Welcome back to the BMB Game of the Week. I'm Rocco Law. Alongside here is Tom Morrow and Charlie Goldberg, the voice of Calhoun. We're here for a Conference A1 battle tonight with huge playoff implications between Mepham Pirates and Calhoun Colts. Now, tonight is not only a battle for the A1 supremacy in second place, but it also is a night remembering the tragic loss and memory of a former Mepham cheerleader named Kayla Donnelly lost her life tragically several years ago. Many throughout the Mepham community is here tonight to remember her memory. Tom?
You know, Rocco, like you said, it's not only, an A1 conference battle here, but also the memory and tragic loss of former Mepham cheerleader and student Kayla Donnelly Smith. But as we get into the game, Rocco, last time both Calhoun and Mepham versed, Mepham came out with the victory 69-66. Mackay Beckett had 18, Greg Paul added 17. Finley Sheridan for the Colts had 23, Chris Stolko had 22. So it's going to be a battle, 3-point win there for Mepham, so we're going to expect a good one tonight.
All right, thanks, Tom. Charlie, voice of Calhoun right here. Big game tonight between the Mepham Pirates and Calhoun Colts. They battled all season long. The Mepham Pirates came out on top on the road at Calhoun big last time with a 3-point win. Huge playoff implications tonight for second place. What are you expecting tonight?
Well, things are about to get EPIC down in the BMCHSD as we have two teams who, it's no secret, they get along as well as toddlers and vegetables, willing to do whatever it takes to get that lead, to get that momentum heading into playoff territory, and honestly, I can't wait.
Thanks, Charlie. Guys, again, big game tonight. It's it's a big night honoring the memory of Kayla Donnelly Smith. Plus, this has huge implications. This has huge implications for a Conference A1 battle tonight for second place. And we'll see you coming up when? Coming up next is Kayla Donnelly Smith night featuring Mepham Pirates and the Calhoun Colts. We'll see you when the game starts.
Let's do it.
Everyone, and we're back here, just ready for the start of tonight's contest between the Colts and the Pirates here on Kayla Donnelly Smith night. Tom, as we talked about before, they had one earlier meeting between the Pirates and Calhoun earlier in the season. Pirates on the road came out with a 3-point victory. Mackay Beckett, huge in that one, big factor. Beckett, fourth leading scorer in Nassau County. He's going to be able to do some damage tonight. Finley Sheridan, one of their leading scorers, had 23 points. And as you know, Chris Stolko had 22 in that loss for Calhoun. But both are ready to do some damage tonight. They're ready to avenge their loss against the Pirates at their home turf and come out on the road tonight and defeat the Pirates and try and gain some ground in this Conference A1 battle for the playoffs.
Yeah, you're right, Rocco, and it's definitely going to be more of a, sad-toned game here. The vibes here, as we mentioned in pregame, Rocco, the tragic loss of former Mepham cheerleader and student Kayla Donnelly Smith. But, that doesn't put it in the way here. These guys are going to go out, play their best basketball that they can play and do what they can do.
You're right, Tom. And a couple days ago, we covered the New Hyde Park game back on Friday. Pirates came out with another victory as they defeated them 65-47. Mackay Beckett had 15, and right behind him was senior Jack Fontanetta and sophomore Richie Vaccaro, both with 14. I expect them to come out as hard as they did the last game. Fontanetta, Beckett, Vaccaro, and Greg Paul, all factors in tonight's game. I do believe they will be there at the end of the season, right with the best of the rest of the county as award winners as we get down the road at the end of the season. We're just about to get ready here at Mepham High School. Kayla Donnelly Smith night 2020, BMB's 4th annual coverage, and we're off. Chris Stolko with the rebound off that tip. Guarded tightly by Richie Vaccaro. Vaccaro had 5 steals last game against New Hyde Park. Gets called for the push foul right there on Chris Stolko.
Off to a tough, aggressive start already early in this one.
Finley Sheridan takes it out of bounds over to Pat Sanchez. Sanchez over to Sheridan in the corner. Sheridan's 3 won't go. It was rebounded by Richie Vaccaro. And the Pirates, for the first time tonight, will get onto the offensive end. Richard Carroll over to Mekhi Beckett. Pull-up jumper from the wing. No good, was rebounded by Chris Smith, who was fouled underneath.
Good job by Smith underneath, getting that board between two defenders. Successful job there from Mepham.
Greg Pohl inbounds it. Trying to find someone. Over to Mekhi Beckett. Greg Pohl thought about the three. Thought about shooting the two right there, but back out to Beckett. Over to Vaccaro. Vaccaro over to Jack Fontanetta. Three-point specialist from way beyond the arc. Wouldn't go. Was rebounded by the big man, Mekhi Beckett, underneath. And the Pirates are on the board first.
Nice shot by Beckett, just getting that rebound between four Calhoun defenders underneath the basket, and he goes right back up.
Chris Stokel, last meeting, gets the Pirates at 22 as he goes all the way to the rim. Strong take to the rim and gets his layup to go.
Great job by Stokel, didn't hesitate one way while he was driving.
Carroll was over to Smith, back out to Fontanetta. Fontanetta had nowhere to go in the wing. He gets over to Vaccaro, pull-up Jay. No good, but rebounded by the strong Mekhi Beckett. Not able to go it again. Rebounded, second chance points. Back out to Richie Vaccaro from the corner. No good. Rebounded strongly by Pat Sanchez. Sokol found Let Graham, who couldn't contain his dribble over there, and turns it over to the Pirates. Greg Pohl's foot stepped out of bounds, and the Pirates will...
Little miscue after an advantage Mepham took after a turnover from Malik Graham. Beckett then travels. Calhoun's got an opportunity here.
Chris Stokel again strong to the rim and gets the bucket to fall, and will try and go to the line to shoot two. I meant to shoot a free throw. Tom, Chris Stokel, two strong early layups to the basket, taking the body hits, heading to the rack. Shows what a tough player he is. Stokel knocks down the free throw and gives the Colts a 3-point lead.
Rocco, it just shows his athleticism there. Not giving up, fully driving. Another miscue there for Mepham. Gives Calhoun another chance here, Rocco, early in this one, 5-2.
And that's one thing the Pirates have had trouble all season long trying to keep under wraps. Their turnovers and mistakes here in the game does cost the team. But the Pirates have found a way to get to 9-4, and here they are. Pat Sanchez open wide from the corner. No good, and rebounded by Mekhi Beckett. Beckett pushing up the court. Over to Greg Pohl, wide open from three. Won't go, rebounded by Finley Sheridan.
It's going to be a good battle in the paint. You got Finley Sheridan, Malik Graham, Mekhi Beckett, all these tall, athletic guys in the paint. It's going to be a battle in the paint tonight.
Little mix-up over there, rebounded by Pat Sanchez. That's a one-on-one. And Chris Smith, even though the bucket went in, got the charging foul.
Rocco, it's such a great basketball IQ vision play there. But Jay Kreutzberger, one of the top coaches here, coaching 19 years, led Calhoun so far this season to a 12-5 overall record this season. Coaching 19 years.
You're right, Tom, and it just seems like Jay Kreutzberger is like the Jim Mulvey of Mepham. Finds ways to win even when the chips are down, even when as Fontanetta shoots that long three, finds a way to make his team compete, and here they are once again fighting for second place in the tough conference A1 they're in right now. A little mix up here for the Calhoun Colts as Mike Graham tried to give it to Chris Stokel, but got called for the backcourt violation.
Graham didn't even realize it, just trying to pass it off. Didn't realize that was a backcourt violation until the whistle was blew.
Vaccaro tries a three of his own, right in the face of Stokel, and knocks down the three-pointer.
Great job by Vaccaro, just pulling up, popping, and able to connect on what was, actually I'd rather say a short three there.
We're like Graham trying to find Finley Sheridan down low. Unfortunately, it went out of bounds, and the Pirates will take over possession here with just 4:32 left in the first quarter. Vaccaro takes it up the court. Over to Mekhi Beckett. Beckett finds Greg Paul in the win. Thought about the three-pointer, drives to the lane. And right there,
Pat Sanchez tried to set his feet, but not too long before he'll be charged for the blocking foul.
Pat Sanchez and the referee disagreeing right now. Big block, though, right there, Tom, by Mika Bristol. Shows us a great athleticism shown.
Bristol, one of the guys that's going to be in the battle in the paint, Rocco.
Vaccaro able to keep his possession. Drives to the lane. Layup won't go. And rebounded by Chris Stokel. Chris Stokel outlet pass to Pat Sanchez.
A tough foul there as the crowd's going wild. A big crowd today, Rocco. You know, showing up for support of Kayla Donnelly Smith night here, as well as a big crosstown rival district.
You're right, Tom. Gym is packed right now. Crowd's getting into it. Last game of the season before playoffs start. But just look at the athleticism behind Jack Fontanetta, just going behind Pat Sanchez, blocking him at the rim. Looked like a similar play we saw back in 2016 with LeBron James in the NBA Finals. But we won't go that far, as it is high school basketball.
Freshman Matt Calvis checking the game for Pat Sanchez.
Kai Beckett picked up his dribble, able to get the two-pointer to go. Gives the Pirates a 7-5 lead.
Nice move there from Beckett. Thought he was going to go underneath. You know, steps back, takes a shot, able to connect, puts two on the board from Mepham.
Stoko able to go to the rack. Hard fall by the
Rocco, we've
Colts
seen
guard.
3 plays where Stokel's gone to the rack aggressively without trying to maybe step back, goes full at it. He's to the line here for the second time tonight.
Stokel knocks down the first free throw as Coach Fallon will send in one of his reserves for the fatigued Chris Smith. Rob Cabinetti checks in for the Pirates.
Cabinetti's been a great 6-man so far throughout this season for Mepham. Whenever they need him in big spots, he comes up big.
Looks like a violation on the Colts right there, and the Pirates will take over possession. Just under 4 minutes left here in the first quarter as Vaccaro brings up the ball. Vaccaro over to Makai Beckett. Little crossover, nice little crossover. He got Malek Graham leading right there, Tom, and was able to connect for the jumper. Nice little move by the top 4 scorer in Nassau County right there.
Top 5 scorer in Nassau County. Rocco, you said it. He's going to be a big key factor in today's game. If he's not already here, he's got at least 5+ points. And he's definitely going to be a big key factor in today.
You're right, Tom, and likes of Makai Beckett, talent that has not seen in basketball for quite some time. Newsday top 100 player earlier in the season. You don't get many like that here for the boys varsity basketball program, but all these players, just such terrific talent the Pirates team has right now. And so does Calhoun too, which has allowed both teams to, despite graduating seniors, to keep their talent and keep such competitiveness, as all the way cross quarters, Malek Graham was wide open. Three-pointer would not go, and rebounded toughly by Rob Cabinetti. Jim Vaccaro stumbles through a line of scrimmage right there, able to pick up his dribble. Wide open is Greg Paul. The downtown three would not fall. Right there was freshman Matt Kalfis, who checked in the game for the Pirates. Over to Finley Sheridan. Right down low was Mika Bristol. Turns it over to Richie Vaccaro, moving up the court. Little 3-on-3 action. Richie Vaccaro tried to move the up pence. As you see right there on the replay, Makai Beckett, such an easy crossover, able to get his hand, follow through with the hoop with the nice little crossover, and got the jumper to fall.
Vaccaro trying to go coast to coast, just hit out there by Calhoun. So Met will get another chance here. They're up 3-9-6.
Turnover right there by the senior Jack Fontanetta, and the Colts will take over possession here. Chris Stokel takes up the court over to Finley Sheridan. Little weave action right there is Kalfis. Backdoor was trying to find Chris Stokel by Mika Bristol. Just could not find it. Richie Vaccaro showing some hustle over there. Trying to steal the ball away from Chris Stokel. Tom, that's one thing you'll see tonight is you're never going to see the relentless defense held by Richie Vaccaro. Always on his toes. Wants the ball. And he knows what he has to do to get it. Really has that mentality. But Micah Bristol left wide open. Tried a three-pointer of his own, but just wouldn't fall.
We'll call a timeout.
Looks like Richie Vaccaro will check out off the court. Mekhi Beckett, Tom, we've talked about for a long time. Newsday top 100 preseason player.
Rocco, yeah, you mentioned Newsday top 100 player, averaging 21, and a half points per game almost, and 4th in Nassau County and all leading scorer for Mepham. Leading scorer for a team is big, and you got to come up in big situations, clutch moments, all those things. And so far throughout this game, Beckett as Mepham has a 3-point lead with 1:23 left here in the first quarter.
You're right, Tom. Such a pivotal player for this Pirates lineup. Really looks to do some damage once the postseason hits. Chris Stokel taking it up for the Calhoun Colts. Finley Sheridan out on the wing, over to Malek Graham. Graham drives all the way to the hoop. Nice little one-hander, but just could not fall. Mekhi Beckett moves up the floor and gets Chris Stokel leading and gets the pretty layup to fall, Tom.
Rocco, there's, Beckett coming up in the big moments as they take a 5-point lead. Beckett's doing it all tonight in the paint, getting the rebounds as well, putting up the points for Mepham.
Chris Stokel drives to that rack and gets fouled as he left off the floor. As you saw before, right there, Tom, Beckett able to go coast to coast with a 1-on-3 opportunity, able to get his layup to convert. Has great athleticism and great IQ for the game.
You're right, Rocco, and that's what big players do. And Mepham has a 5-point lead. They're going to look to expand, but Stokel trades one through.
A little bit of a substitution right here as Matt Kalfas comes out for Calhoun.
11-7 here.
Dylan Wade checks in for the Calhoun Colts. Chris Stokel able to knock down both of his free throws and gives the Pirates just a 3-point lead here, heading with just under a minute to go, 11-8. A little bit of miscommunication right there as Billy Kender tried to get it over to Rob Cabinetti, but Mekhi Beckett able just to flick his wrist and able to get the basket in with such tough defense on there. Tom, that's one thing you're going to see from Mekhi Beckett. He's able to make the tough shots in transition. Very difficult to do as a basketball player. Something you just can't teach. Kender over to senior Jack Fontana. Drives to the lane. Tried to get the layup to go, but just wouldn't fall, and rebounded by Malek Graham. Malek Graham from way downtown. 3-pointer won't go as we close out the first quarter. Mepham leads 13-8. Tom, big takeaways here from the first quarter. Calhoun's defense just couldn't stop Mepham's transition game, and that really showed heading into the second quarter.
You're right, Rocco, and Mepham's defense has been lethal so far. Just trying to put things to work. Beckett's been excellent so far, and that's been a key factor too throughout this game so far.
You're right, Tom, and we're going to turn it over here to the voice of Calhoun, Charlie Goldberg.
Ladies and gentlemen, business is about to pick up. Thank you very much for having me, Mepham Broadcasting, as the action is crazier than a box of Cocoa Puffs here tonight. Me and Tom are about to do some analyzing. Tom, what are your thoughts?
So, first off, welcome, Charlie. It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
Big game here. Kayla Donnelly Smith night here at Mepham here. And, we're still waiting to see if Calhoun can answer, and they certainly can. It's definitely a close battle. You look at their overall records, look at their conference records. They're right apart from each other. And, Mepham being up 5 here, it's definitely going to be something to look at here throughout this game progresses. But, the execution of Calhoun and the less turnovers here could definitely play a key factor.
And yes, Tom, it's no secret, though. These two teams, off the court, they may be friendly and nice, but on the court, they get along as well as, well, toddlers and vegetables, as they are showing no remorse for the title of victory as the playoffs emerges right around the corner. And now we are going to take it out from Calhoun. That is the sophomore himself, Finley, giving the ball away. Finley Sheraton. And passes down to sophomore prodigy Chris Stokel.
Stokel playing a big key role in today's game so far. You know, getting to the hoop as fast as he can, beating his defenders, and that's one thing Mepham's been pretty decent at today, his defense.
Yes, Chris Stokel on the court, more ready than SpongeBob on a work day. More ready than SpongeBob on a work day, I was going to say, but that shot more intense and more high. It took my breath away. What a night we are having here tonight. Finley Sheraton is on the board right now, number 31, a sophomore, but he has much more to prove on the table.
You know, we talk about Sheridan averaging the most minutes on Calhoun, 28 minutes while averaging 14.9 points per game, has at least 13 where he has 10-plus points in all those games.
Oh my God, 28 minutes.
Travel call there.
I'm sweating after watching 28 minutes of TV. You can play basketball like this for 28 minutes. That's crazy.
Travel call there for Calhoun, and they're miscue here in this one so far.
Yeah, and we are at a stalemate right now as Mepham takes the ball out. This crowd is absolutely on fire tonight. Where's the extinguisher? Well, there obviously is none, showing by that response to just a simple layup.
15-8, 7-point lead here for the Pirates. Calhoun trying to start the fire here, get something going.
And here goes Chris Stokel wanting the ball, wanting a piece of that championship title, and he gets it.
A big three from Stokel as he nails it, cuts the lead to 4.
Yes. Dropping threes like Kanye drops mixtapes is Chris Stokel. As wow, what a crossover through the legs, taking it to number 4. A beautiful, oh, that would have been beautiful, but it was just missed. That shot closer than a dog and his owner as the game continues to be at a fast pace, as fast as Sonic,
Look
some
at a
might say.
replay there, you know, Greg Paul just taking it to the rim. One of another playmaker on this team.
You're getting into foul territory. The fans quieting up.
Caminetti drills the first one.
A beautiful shot.
16-11. Mepham still maintaining control of this one so far.
Yeah, but we just watched the JV game earlier. Sadly, it's not on the broadcasting, but it was an incredible close game. And that's also the story going into tonight's big matchup, our main event of the evening, of course, right now. The entire game, Calhoun was trailing. They were trailing by 17 at one point to the Mepham Pirates, but they came back, and they actually just lost by 3. But if there was one more minute left, things could have been different. But you never know, as Chris Stokel almost proving that point, making it sense and making it rain with threes as a beautiful, oh, and they finally get it.
An N1 there for sophomore Brian Pena, averaging 5 points per game. Comes up in a big moment, 17-13.
And now we are getting back into foul territory. The ball. And here we go. Almost picked off there by number 30. Now, Tom, if you were to see a dream match out of all these players on the court right now, one from Mepham, one from Calhoun, what would it be?
You know, it's definitely hard to say. It's these two guys you mentioned. They're definitely friendly. But, you know, we got on the screen here Richie Vaquero, one of the key players for Mepham. You know, he's averaging 11 points per game. It's 9 games where he has 10-plus points. And also, you know, last week he had a 21-point game for Mepham, you know, leading them in scoring. So he's definitely a big key playmaker on this team. Showed up a couple times today, and he looks to keep it rolling tonight.
Yeah, and that player, as just mentioned, as perfect on the court as Ariana Grande's hair. And now we are getting back into the mix of things. And now number 2 is back. after a bleeding incident. Now, do you think that'll be a distraction for him in this game?
You know, Richie Vaquero, sophomore here for the Pirates. It definitely could be. You know, he might be a little irritating throughout the game, but you know, it's definitely going to be somewhat of a distraction as this game progresses.
And just like Flo from Progressive, this game is progressing. As per mentioned, and a beautiful layup by Calhoun.
Pena going up to the rim and able to lay it down. He's got 4 points already in this second quarter. 17-15. Calhoun's cut the deficit to 2.
Yeah, and just like the Calhoun slogan, once a Colt, always a Colt. You are once a fan of good basketball, you're always a fan of good basketball, and man, we are seeing some of that tonight. As a beautiful interception by Finley Sheraton. I know this isn't football, but he picked that off. Might as well call it a pick 6. Solomon for 3.
A big 3 there for Calhoun. Get him jump started. 18-17. They take the lead by 1.
And man, what a comeback. The comeback story continuing like the last game. But is it too short? No, it is not. Finley with the ball. Rushing down the court. Oh my God. There's Malik with the throw, and it's out of bounds. But a intense game. You could cut this intensity with a knife.
Charlie, those last couple points, buckets there from Calhoun. Do you think that's going to get him jump started here?
Of course it is. Calhoun, the kings of comebacks, as you would call them. I think that Calhoun, if they put their minds to something, they can do it. But Mepham is an all-star team at this point. You have players like Malik showing their prowess, and that's a hard accomplishment to beat.
Kalfas pulls up, unable to get that one. Caro takes this one. He's going to get fouled.
Oh. And now we are back into the swing of things. And substitutions are coming on. This game, super, super intense, super important once again for playoff opportunities.
Charlie, we talk at, Malik Graham averaging, 24 minutes, one of the, top 3 minute players on this one, 13.4 points per game, and he has 9 games where he has 10-plus points.
Wow.
A key player for this Calhoun team, and let's see if he'll show up and make plays. As Kalfas drills a 3, the freshman.
I definitely agree that Calhoun players are showing up after that freshman scored a brilliant 3, but things just continue to heat up here tonight.
Makai Beckett just absolutely ran through that Calhoun defense. Split defenders left and right, and were able to nail it.
And man.
Help him, Jake!
Oh my God.
Beckett does it again. 21-21. No. Tied up here at Mepham. We talked about this earlier. It's going to be a close, intense, aggressive battle here between 2 heavyweights in the A1 conference battle.
Oh my God, it's a big fight feel here tonight, and I might as well call this the basketball main event of the year here at the Mepham Arena, a jam-packed Mepham Arena, may I say. And I hope that my talking didn't distract him as this game continues to be in motion.
Tied up 21-21 here.
Now that is
about 3:15 left here in the second quarter. Kalfas goes up, nails it.
God.
They take the lead by 2, 23-21. Caro brings it up. Looking for somewhere to go. Got Fontanetta. Paul steps back.
Oh.
Drills it.
And he just hit the Fontanette with that beautiful shot. And as we are continuing to pace things down and up the court, things are getting more intense. That's the word of the day here tonight, intense. Both teams looking to make a statement here in this monumental game.
Jake Solomon drills a 3. Extends the lead.
Might as well call him an accountant, Tom, because he's banking things in tonight.
26-23. Beckett pulls up short. Dan Hickey with the rebound. Kicked out to Vaquero to Fontanetta. Pulls up. He's short. 26-23, rebounded by Solomon. Gets it to Stokel. Stolen away by Vaquero.
Took it away.
3-point lead by Calhoun. Vaquero goes up,
It in for 2.
cuts the deficit to 1.
Tom, I talked to Coach Kreutzberger earlier today. We had a great conversation regarding this game. He said that we're most especially strong when we're not turning the ball over. Do you think that that's going to be a factor late in the game tonight?
For sure, Charlie. You know, if you're turning the ball over multiple times throughout the game, you're giving the other team advantages and, you know, two, almost 3 points if they can nail 3. But, you know, it's definitely going to be a key factor in today. It'll limit the advantages for the other team.
Yeah, Coach Kreutzberger, this is his 19th year coaching. A big impact in this game. He knows what he's doing. He's got experience, and hopefully Calhoun will get some experience in the winning department alongside Mepham. I hope both teams win and come out with a great game today.
26-25 Calhoun.
We're about to take a quick intermission on the court.
Paul's going to go to the line. Bristol's got it. Kicks it off to Kalfas. 1:35 and running here.
And to quote the amazing basketball player himself, Steph Curry, basketball isn't a sport, it's an art, one that must be mastered to succeed. And man, these players proving tonight that this is an art indeed, and you might as well call some of these guys Picasso as they prove it.
Beckett goes in, drills it 27-26. Mepham takes the lead, wide 1.
Painting beautiful paintings here tonight live at the Mepham Arena. Beckett is the name, basketball is the game, as we have some more dribbling action and passing action on the court.
Sheridan goes up, drills it. Calhoun takes the lead. Back and forth action here. About 50 seconds and running.
And just like the Sheraton Hotel line, I think that Finley's going to get some good reviews by the end of tonight.
28-27, traveling call there on Vaquero. You know, you see there Sheridan is going up, trying to make things happen.
And as we cut back to the live part of things, we got some more 3-on-22 action. Chris Stokel, the prodigy, as some may call him. Oh, but let's not count out Finley Sheridan just yet, as he banks in another beautiful 2.
30-27.
My
the
God.
lead will be extended here for Calhoun.
Tom, what do you predict to happen at the end of this game? Because I know it's more back and forth than a rapid seesaw.
You know, it definitely comes down to whoever could, you know, finish it here. You know, 30-27 with about 5 seconds left.
Oh, my
Beckett.
God. Oh!
They'll get it to fall. Down 1 at half. 30-29 is Mepham.
Mamma mia, that 5 seconds might have felt like an eternity for those players just throwing the ball up and down the court. An amazing first half of playing we have seen tonight. And as we look at our replays of the ending.
That'll do it for the first half of action, as we will see you back for the second half.
I can't believe I accidentally said, I hope.
They're coming in.
So who's in next? You and Rocco. Me and Rocco? Yeah. Rocco's on play-by-play, I think. I think I'm doing color the next two, I think. Yeah, color. All right, sweet. All right, are we doing a halftime show?
Yeah, sure. We do it right now. Let's
Okay,
go.
cool.
Rocco, am I tossing you?
All right, we're not.
Thanks, guys. Coach, Chris Calhoun has the lead heading at the half. Chris Stokel is giving you guys some problems heading into the into the second half. What are you guys going to do to contain him?
Well, I think we just need to keep them in front of us for the most part defensively. Once you let him make a couple of jump shots, becomes a much more dangerous player. So just containing him on the perimeter is real important right now.
And you guys seem to be having forcing shots at the end of the second quarter. What do you guys got to do to start?
I think the ball's just got to move a little bit more. We got a couple of 1 or 2 pass possessions and it's up right away. So just a little more time with it, a few more guys involved, and we'll be fine.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. All right, guys, back to you.
So I want to introduce you to Penny Smith. Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me for our 5th annual Forever Steel Blue in Memory of You fundraiser. I would first like to thank Mr. Dobes, Dr. Karn, for always allowing me to have the KBS fundraiser here at Mepham. Yes, Dennis, who goes above and beyond to ensure that this event be as good as it can be and is great every year. To the JV and varsity cheerleaders, who, even though they couldn't be here tonight, still wore t-shirts and are sad to visit if they were at nationals. The Kipling girls do a great performance every year, and especially the Mepham and Calhoun basketball teams for allowing us to have this event during the game. Also to my girls, Edna's help and teaching support over the last 5 years. Without them, I wouldn't be able to put any of this together. For those of you who haven't already been here, I host this event in memory of my daughter, Kayla Smith, who, I know Perry said some of this, but it's in invitation. Was a Mepham graduate in 2011. Kayla was tragically killed on February 2nd, 2015 at 22 years old. She was on her way back to college and got in a small fender accident. While her and the other driver were talking to the police on the shoulder of the road, another vehicle speeding and driving recklessly lost control of his car and hit and killed both Kayla and that day. Just like that, my life was gone. I got stranded on, and my beautiful daughter taken away too soon. Senior in college, she was just beginning her life. She was hardworking, passionate, dedicated, so full of love, and did her best in everything she did. I'm so proud to be her mama, so thankful she chose me to share her short life with. Kayla's girlfriend started the Forever Steel Blue and Memory of You fundraiser, and I made it my mission to continue Kayla's legacy and try to help people whenever I can that has the same passions as Kayla did. Kayla's time here at Mepham was greatly impacted by all the time she sat with the cheer team, and she participated in all 4 years of high school. She competed varsity starting from 9th grade and was the captain her senior year. She followed that with cheerleading in college as well as independently until her passing. I created 2 scholarships here at Mepham, one for a cheerleader and one for a senior female athlete who share the same passions and life and live Kayla life. Here at Mepham, Kayla was also very involved with sports nights, courses and seats, and maintained a great academic record. I'm just so sorry that most of you didn't get the chance to know Kayla. She truly was a beautiful soul inside and out, and always tried to be there for and help people whenever she could. She shines so bright still, and the life lessons have taught many others how to just breathe and keep pushing through. Just breathe, you see on my shirt, is Kayla's handwriting, and it's her life's mantra. She always said everything would be okay if you just breathe. I try my best to keep going and share Kayla with y'all so that she can continue to help people grow, have parents love deeper, get kids to be more present, and her legacy to help honor those who live life Kayla life. It truly amazes me that the impact Kayla has on so many lives, both that knew her and didn't know her simply by just hearing her story. My goal is to make people take an extra minute with their kids, listen to each other, and find a balance that works for everyone. Spend time and make memories with friends and family, to appreciate what you have and to be kind to those who have less. Sometimes people just need a hug or an ear to listen. There are too many kids being bullied, too many parents suffering with sick children, and living with grief like me because their kids were taken too soon. Appreciate those you love. Put the phone down. Take the ride. Have the lunch. I am blessed with the beautiful memories that I have with Kayla. I just wish I got to have more. Life isn't guaranteed for anyone. Thank you all for allowing me to speak and spread Kayla's life, love, and legacy and continue her message. For supporting this event every year, I just hope one thing I said resonated with you and guide you to make more time and make more memories. You only get this life once. Make the dash count. Thanks, guys.
you turn this off?
Rachel's camera, I want close-ups, please. Close-ups of the kid closest to you. All right, Rachel, you're live. Very good. Rachel, you're live. All right, you are live, Sean. 3, camera 3, Sean, you're live.
All right, Coach. You guys have the lead heading into the second half, but Mepham able to gain some momentum heading into the second half. What do you guys need to do to contain Mepham, to win this game?
Well, obviously Beckett has been really sensational in that first half. 19 points. We got to do a better job denying him the ball, and we got to do a better job of helping on him. The rest of it is really just tracking down rebounds and loose balls, and I think their second chance points have helped them to add to what Beckett's been doing.
And you guys have done a great job trying to contain their three-point specialist, Jack Fontanetta. As everybody knows, he can get it going at any time and start the game on fire. What do you think you need to do just to keep him on the locks for this game?
Well, I think what we've done is we've switched out onto him, so we know what kind of player he is, we know what kind of shooter he is, and limiting his good looks at the basket is a big part of beating Mepham.
And did you guys have this game scheduled, circled after you guys lost just the 3 points earlier in the season?
You know what? I mean, I don't know about circling games. Every game's important. This time of year, you want to build towards something really special, getting into the playoffs. And so this was a big game no matter what. But the opponent's a rival in district, and that means more. So, of course, we're giving this team a lot of attention, this game a lot of attention.
All right, great. Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. All right, guys, back to you.
Thanks, Rocco. And just about ready, about 2 minutes away till we start the second half here at Mepham High School. So, Charlie, what's your big takeaway here in the first half?
Oh, no. Does it have to be 2 minutes? I want it to happen now. This game is so exciting, so entertaining. This is like the NBA Finals times 10 in my book. I love the intensity coming out of both teams, and I can't wait to see what happens next.
All right, Charlie, I'm going to toss it over to Rocco.
And as we transition, let's just please subscribe to the BMB YouTube channel. They come up with new videos every single day, and they are awesome. Now, I am being joined right now by my partner for this quarter, Mr. Rocco. Rocco, how are you, and what are your thoughts on this game?
I'm great, Charlie. It's been a tight game. We knew this coming in. Two great teams in Conference A1, both with talented teams, very competitive teams. Calhoun has had great performance by Chris Stokel, who's very tough, has gone to the basket so many times, able to get to the rack and get to the free throw line, which is very important in a close basketball game like this. But Mepham's right behind them, just 1 point. You cannot take them for granted. Any time they can get it going. But what's really been amazing to me, Charlie, is that Calhoun's been doing such a great job holding down some of these key players on the Mepham offense. Richie Vaccaro, Jack Fontanetta, Chris Smith, have not been able to get it going. And, especially as far as Jack Fontanetta goes, he's their three-point specialist. He can get it going at any time during a game. He had a 14-point outing last time, and he actually had 7 three-pointers. He had 7 three-pointers made this season in one game, so he cannot be taken for granted. But like we said, it's going to be a tough and close game, and we're expecting a dire finish to the end. And
yeah, this is all about story. This game has a story. The last time these two teams went against one another, it was a 17-point lead by Mepham. And then on to the next quarter, on to the next one. Calhoun came back. They came back harder, and Calhoun almost won, but it was the 3-point deficit, but it could have went either way. Like flipping a pancake at a restaurant. You don't know if it's going to be sunny side up or sunny side down. You don't know what's going to happen, but that's what makes it so exciting and so fun. I cannot wait to see what happens tonight.
Yeah, that's really a great analogy right there. Would never have thought to talk about that one. But, just as we head here to the third quarter, as the buzzer just rang, just a great, during the half, just a great speech given by the mother of Kayla Donnelly Smith. Such a heartfelt speech. The Mepham community and all around the Bellmore community has come out to support this special night tonight, and has drawn such a big crowd, as we know during this night. It's such a heartfelt game, such a intense game between the two rivals, Mepham and Calhoun. As we're underway here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and as mentioned before, emotions are up to 11, but as sad as the situation is and the tragedy, but let's just be happy that everyone is in a community, and the community cannot be represented way more than all these fans jam-packing the Mepham Arena tonight and going crazy. There's an example as Malik takes the ball.
Beckett, pull up Jay from the free throw line and gives the Pirates their first lead before heading into the second half.
And Chris Stokel dribbling the ball, showing a hand motion, calling for the pick.
Chris Stokel shot, unable to fall, able to get his own rebound and get to the hoop.
And now we are going to take a quick replay of that play.
There's so much athleticism shown by the junior, Charlie. As we talked about right there, Kai Beckett going coast to coast. We've seen that move plenty of time as Chris Stokel knocks down his free throw. We've seen that play too many times before Makai Beckett getting to the free throw line and pulling up that sweet jumper that he knows he loves to take.
Yeah, man. He is showing exactly why they call him a Mepham legend in the making in the basketball field. He is on FIRE tonight, and they need an extinguisher to put him out.
Fontanetta has been a little quiet tonight, able to give it over to Chris Smith. Gets to the hoop, and Chris Smith able to get his layup to fall. Gives the Pirates a 33-32 lead. Charlie, an underrated player coming into the season. Chris Smith has quietly put together one of the most consistent seasons on this team right now this season, as Chris Stokel swings it over to Pat Sanchez, whose three-pointer's unable to fall.
Yeah, personally, I like to call Chris Smith the best-kept secret. Nobody knows how good Chris Smith really, truly is, but maybe tonight the secret might be shared with the whole world. You never know. Live here tonight on the BMB
Chris Stokel. His falling layup will not fall. Kai Beckett drives to the right-hand side, looks to move back out. Richie Vaccaro trying to drive to the lane.
Mamma mia!
blocked by McCall Bristol, but Bristol looks to be a little shaken up. As you look right there, Chris Smith is able to use his body just to shovel into the lane, get to the basket.
My God, swatting it like an aggressive woman taking a fly out of her kitchen. That's crazy.
Caro at the free throw line. Knocks down his first free throw. Was a little inconsistent in the first half with his free throw percentage. Caro unable to convert second free throw.
Chris Stokel down the court. Chris Stokel's playing tonight has been more impactful than the Big Bang as he passes it to number 14 on the court.
McCall Bristol able to give it to Malek Graham. Little up and under move. Little Euro step. Able to get to the rim and knock down his layup.
And we've talked about all the Mepham fans here tonight in attendance, but we cannot put our backs towards the Calhoun fans here tonight rallying for their team. They're off-camera shot right now, but we are jam-packing this arena representing the Calhoun Colts well.
Fontanetta swatted away by Finley Sheridan, able to use all of that 6-foot-plus vertical. Greg Paul able to give a block of his own on McCall Bristol. Malek Graham unable to come up with the rebound. Take a look at the replay. Malek Graham able to use just a big Euro step, just able to get to the rack and knock down his layup. Pat Sanchez able to time his pass just right and steals the ball away. Able to convert his layup and give the Colts a 2-point lead. Caro pull up Jay. Blocked by Chris Stokel. Pirates seem to be forcing shots here, unable to get their high percentage shots they've been known to be taking as Kai Beckett uses his vertical just to keep that layup under wraps and not able to go in, but McCall Bristol gets the better end of that deal as he gets to go to the free throw line.
Bristol is putting on a great game within these last 3 minutes. That might represent his night tonight as he is working hard up and down the court, and you can never turn your back on any player in this game.
(36-34) here. 4:53 left in third quarter. Charlie, Pirates have had their string of luck this season, have kind of risen above the ashes, and one player you could definitely talk about is seeing Jack Fontanetta. I mean, was all-conference honorable mention last season, able to improve his game, has had 6 15-plus point outings this season. Could be borderline all-county at the end of the season. We'll see how that works out for the senior. But really is able to take his level of play to the next level, to make a big leap in the caliber of play he's been able to show this season.
Yeah, and I can't agree more. Like the proverbial phoenix, he has risen up from the ashes. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering because every player and every moment in this game counts. Even a quiet foul shot with no response like that makes for the game. Every point's going to add up here tonight. It's going to be a stalemate in the final minutes.
Calhoun able to convert their free throw. Gives a 3-point lead for the Colts right now as Makai Beckett tried to dance on Philly Sheridan. Wasn't able to go, but gives over to Greg Paul. Goes to the rack. Gets the layup to fall and will go to the line to try and convert a 3-point play. Great athleticism shown right there by the junior.
Falling like dominoes. There it goes, and you're going to see this on the replay. My God.
Charlie, these players are not new to any type of physical play they've endured than this type in this season so far. Both games very physical in their meetings this year, and I don't expect this end of this game to not be as physical as it's been.
Yeah, and if this rate continues, excuse me, sorry for the foul shot for interrupting that, but if this rate of physicality continues, this might just be a wrestling match with baskets. You never know what's going to happen here live on our YouTube channel. Please stay tuned as it is 37-37, but will it stay that way?
Philly Sheridan's three won't fall. It was rebounded by the junior Makai Beckett. McCall Bristol exited the game for a brief time right now as he looks to be a little shaken up. We'll get to a little bit more on that soon. Vaquero up top. Greg Paul over to Fontanetta from the corner. No good. Chris Stokel with the rebound. Over to Finley Sheridan. Sheridan drives on Greg Paul. His layup won't fall. Second chance rebound.
Great effort today by Finley Sheridan. That's the name of the day for one of the Calhoun players. Being mentioned over and over and over again. He is as tall as a giant tree, and he is as impactful as, once again, the Big Bang Theory.
Pat Sanchez finds Malek Graham in the corner. Knocks it down from beyond the arc. And gives Calhoun a 3-point lead, 40-37. Vaquero over to Greg Paul. Thought about shooting the three. Beckett in the corner. Trying to move on Malek Graham. Over to Richie Vaquero. Vaquero over to Fontanetta. Tries another three-pointer. His three will not fall.
My God.
Fontanetta has had his opportunities. Isn't knocking down that three-point shot that he's so coveted in knocking down.
Yeah, and I talked to Coach Kreutzberger again, as per mentioned, but he said that the four main players to look out for in this game is point guard Chris Stokel, shooting guard Patrick Sanchez, Malik Graham, and Finley Sheridan. All four of those guys have been huge factors in tonight's game.
Take a look right here as Greg Paul goes to the free throw line. His first free throw will fall, and we got a substitution coming in for the Pirates. Billy Kender checks in for the senior Jack Fontanetta. The senior just a little quiet tonight. Hasn't been able to get on the scorecard tonight.
Yeah, but you never know. You know, the quiet kid in the back of the classroom scores all the A-pluses on tests. It can be anybody's game, and Chris might prove us wrong tonight.
Finley Sheridan in the post. His little jump shot won't fall. Fought hard by Mekhi Beckett. Moves up the court. Little one-on-two action, coast to coast. His first layup would not fall. Goes up with his second chance opportunity. Gets held on by Malek Graham, and there will be a jump ball staying here with the Mepham Pirates. Just a 1-point game here as we head into the 22-26 mark. 2:33 mark, my mistake. Vaquero to the rack. His layup won't go. Rebound by Malek Graham. 1-on-2.
Beautiful.
What a pretty Euro step by Malek Graham. Able to get his body out in front. Able to fool Vaquero on the layup.
Jennifer Lopez of shots. A beautiful shot in right there by the Colts.
Kai Beckett trying to dance on. As Richie Vaquero, little step back three-pointer action, and ties the game 42-42.
And the fans chanting for defense, and it looks like they're going to get some of that right now.
Vaquero's three-pointer getting the Mepham crowd back into the action. Malek Graham thought he was fouled. Looked like a big hack, but Mekhi Beckett moves up the court. Finds Billy Kender. Kender thought about shooting the three. Passes down low to Greg Paul. Back out to Mekhi Beckett. Beckett to the rack.
Oh, my God.
Beckett tried to slam and gets blocked by the rim.
He almost Dunkin' Donuts out of that ball.
Oh, my. Jolie, let's take a look at the replay. Right at the baseline. Mekhi Beckett tries to, with the dunk, with the emphatic slam, but gets blocked by the rim.
Oh, my God.
And in the wise words of Mark Jackson on ESPN, Mama, there goes that man.
That's right, that's right. And Malik right there, almost being the proverbial Dunkin' Donuts employee, saying to his opponents, would you like a cappuccino with that dunk?
Stolen away by Richie Vaquero. Tries to go all the way and will.
Wow.
Breakaway steal by Richie Vaquero gives the Pirates a 44-42 lead with just a minute to go in the third quarter.
From top to bottom tonight, the crowd has been on the edge of their seats.
Greg Paul guarding Finley Sheridan, but Sheridan able to use his body and get the two-pointer to go right under the rim. 44-44, just under a minute remaining in the third quarter. There's Greg Paul, attempted to go to the rim and gets fouled in the lane.
Let's take a quick look at that play. A different play, but a great play nonetheless.
Pat Sanchez checks out. And for the Calhoun Colts,
44 apiece here tonight.
Kender over to Vaquero. Pirates trying to get the last second shot in. 26 seconds left on the shot clock. Just 20 seconds left on the game clock. Vaquero to the rim.
Yowie, wowie, what a stuff.
And what a block right there by number 32, Brian Pena by the sophomore.
Oh my God, this
Coach
man.
Kreutzberger right now, Charlie, irate that the ball is staying with the Pirates.
Sorry to almost interrupt you there, Rocco. I was just about to mention how that particular sophomore was a huge athlete, still is. He was a wrestler, a football player, and he's obviously making his impact on the court right now. Coach Kreutzberger, unless he sees a perfect display by his people, will get angry.
Nice little pocket pass by the junior Billy Kender over to Greg Paul. Great court vision. Chris Stokel able to find Brian Pena underneath as he tried to get out of trouble in that mix-up. Layup won't fall, and the Pirates will retain a 46-44 lead heading into the fourth quarter. Take a look at that replay. Billy Kender was able to use his IQ, able to use court vision, finds Greg Paul right underneath. Great ball movement by the junior right there.
Oh my God, it's insane. And honestly, that play could have been a difference maker, whether it counted score-wise or whether it just impacted the other team mentally. Plays like that, excuse me, I'm just shocked by what I just saw. Plays like that are big difference makers.
You're right, Charlie. As we head into the fourth quarter, it's a tight one, 46-44. It's going to come down to the wire. Tom Morrow coming in to do play-by-play.
Thank you, Rocco. An awesome commentary job by that man.
Thanks, Rocco. And, a tough one here and a close one, of course, as Mepham was trailing 1 at halftime. They come back, take the lead by 2 heading into the fourth, 46-44. 8 minutes left in this regulation. Could we see, another overtime, as Mepham has previously, throughout the course of the season, went into overtime, and that's just the big question. Could we see another overtime here?
Well, Tom, the last time we spoke, we were definitely excited, but we were not this as excited, as the temperature in this building has turned up to about 700. Both teams on the edge of their seats, and like you said, overtime could be a possibility.
Stokel's bringing it up, guarded by Vaquero. 46-44. Pena with the pick. Sokol moving to his left. Pops. Off the backboard, no good. Pena goes up, he's got it. Tie game, 46-46.
Back and forth, back and forth. And
shot there, Stokel. He's got it. Kicks it out, Solomon. Looking, double dribble there by Jake Solomon, Jr.
And remember, playoff opportunities are coming in if tonight's winning team gets what they want, and
What this
edge.
game matters here is mostly seeding. These two teams are, set to make the playoffs, but it's just a matter of seeding. As Solomon's bringing it up, slows everything down, gets it off to Sheridan, drives, stolen away by Vaquero. Fast break, Vaquero goes coast to coast. He's got it. 48-46. Mepham takes the lead by 2.
Oh my God. I took my little sister to the zoo yesterday, And she said, what's that cheetah doing there running? It was actually just Richie Vaquero running up and down the grass. Guy's so fast.
He's got the speed of a legend there. Putting on the Jets. Sheridan goes up, puts it. He's been a big threat in the paint for Mepham tonight, because he's been almost everywhere. 48-48 at a standstill here. Beckett's got it. For three. No good. Rebounded by Stokel. He brings it up court. Guarded by Vaquero. He's got Pena. Goes down to Sheridan in the paint. Goes back to Pena. Goes up, no good. Rebounded by Paul. Paul's going to bring it up. Drives. Blocking foul on Finley Sheridan, the sophomore.
Wow. And the fans continue to be as electric as unprotected circuits.
Timeout here taken by Calhoun. So 48-48, 2 shots coming up for the senior Greg Paul. And these shots are big here as there's 2 minutes already, dead here in the fourth quarter. The end of regulation ending in 6 minutes. And, one team's going to come out here with a win. It's just a matter of who wants it more, who fights more, and who goes down to that last buzzer. And, every little play counts here. Charlie, this is the first time here. What's the atmosphere here?
What is incredible? How do you define that? This atmosphere. This game is a huge game with huge playoff implications. The fans here are probably as wild as a bull in a china shop. That expression my mom always says about me, but it's nothing compared to what we're seeing here tonight.
You're right, Charlie, and, people showed up, but, not only for Crosstown Rival District, for a great cause of Kayla Donnelly Smith. So 2 free throws coming up here for Greg Paul. No free throws. It's a blocking foul. So Kender, shot, no good.
And to quote the infamous Kevin Durant, it's hard to play well, but it's easy to work hard. And both teams obviously showing how hard they're really working.
Rebounded by Paul. Paul's got it. Slows it down a little. My apologies on the free throws. It was a blocking foul, so taken underneath. But Mepham getting another shot here. Pulls up to Vaquero. He gets it to fall. 50-48. Mepham takes the lead by 2.
Beautiful shot by Vaquero, the human cheetah.
Sheridan kicks it out to Graham for a 3. No good. Rebounded by Vaquero after a tip by Beckett. Takes it up slowly. Great ball. Guarded by Stokel. Pops. No good. Rebounded by Graham. 2-point lead, 50-48. 4:55 left here in regulation at Mepham High School. Stokel. Nice crossover move. Kicks it out to Sheridan. Fakes a shot. Driving. Winds up in Pena's hands. Now in Malik Graham's. He goes up. It's going to be a jump ball. And it's going to be Mepham's ball.
Man, Mike, this game as close as a dog and his owner, as you just saw Richie Vaquero showing how intense this game could be. You could cut this intensity with a knife, ladies and gentlemen.
Richie Vaquero, one of the young bloods here on this team. Only a sophomore. Still got 2 years to develop on varsity. That just proves a lot. One of the key players on this team, only a sophomore, getting pulled up, and he's done an excellent job throughout this whole season, looking to take his talents to the playoffs. Beckett, no good on that one. It's tipped and ends up in Stokel's hands. He's taking it up. Goes to Graham, wide open. Drills it. 50-50 tied up here.
Faster than the speed of light was that layup. Oh, my God.
Vaquero pulls up. Drills it. 53-50. A short 3 from Vaquero, but he gets it to go. Up 3 are the Pirates after a layup by Graham. Mepham answer right back, and that was a big momentum changer there. You know, Graham drills a layup. You know, nice pass from Stokel to Graham. He gets the layup to go, and then Vaquero just takes it in his own hands, dribbles right up court, stops, pops, and able to make that.
My God. Holy bleep. I know that this is a PG family program. This game is incredible, and I am not saying that for TV drama effect. I am saying this as a pure fact. Both teams looking to defeat the other team in no time, but it's obviously taking them a lot of time, perhaps overtime.
You know, Charlie, let's take a little quick look here at the Conference A1 standings. Long Beach currently standing alone in the conference, undefeated, 13-0. Mepham's 9-4, Calhoun's 8-5. So a win tonight for Calhoun could have them tied in the conference. Mepham's up 2 games though in the overall record. So a bit of a controversy here between both teams. You know, definitely Mepham looking to extend on the lead. Calhoun looking to tie it up in the conference as Stokel drives. He gets it to fall. Down 1 now after a Chris Stokel layup, 53-52. Great ball for 3. That's short on an air ball. Malik Graham. Stolen away by Paul. Give it to Chris Smith. He's driving. Goes to Beckett.
No. My God.
Wow, look at Beckett's athleticism there. Fakes one way, goes the other way, and not even a jump. All in the air. Incredible.
I heard the NBA is hiring. Where is he? We got to sign him now. A great.
Stokel's got it. For 3. No good, off the front rim. It's going to be over the back on Brian Pena. Look at the replay there. Stokel takes it into his own hands there. Cuts the deficit to 1, but not before Mekhi Beckett, responds. But Chris Stokel, what an athlete for this team. You know, he's averaging 10.1 points per game while averaging 25 minutes here. 3rd highest on the Colts team. He gets it to fall, 57-52.
But is this the end? Is it the falling apart point for Calhoun? No, it is not, because Calhoun can come back, but you never know. Both teams working hard, showing their prowess.
Pena, he gets fouled. He's going to go to line for 2. An opportunity for Calhoun to respond. As we see on the replay, Beckett just steps back and just does what he does best. 57-52. 2 shots for Pena coming up here. Nails it. We talk about Mekhi Beckett, leading scorer for this Mepham team's done everything he can in clutch moments and big moments.
And Mekhi Beckham, you can't ever sleep on him. Showing you exactly why tonight with this performance here.
Leads cut to 3, 57-54. Mepham's up by 3. 2:30 left in this one. Fontanetta, 3-point specialist for Mepham's, got it. Kicked out to Chris Smith, to Richie Vaquero. That's for 3. No good. Rebounded by Finley Sheridan. A big rebound there from the sophomore. Stokel's got it.
A prospect himself.
Timeout there by Coach Kreutzberger. And a smart timeout. Down 3, looking to run a play that can give you some points. With about 2:07 left here to play in the end of regulation. So, Charlie, I mentioned before we tossed to Rocco, come back for you to 3rd quarter. It's going to come down to the team that's more physical, the team that wants it more. Both teams are fighting for the seeding in the A1 conference. It's definitely going to be tough as both of these teams faced off in the middle of the season. Mepham came out on top by 3. That's what they're leading by here. It's definitely going to be more physical. And, you see on the screen there, Patrick Sanchez number 2 for Calhoun. One of the key players here for the Calhoun Colts, averaging 11.4 points per game. Tied with Finley Sheridan for 28 minutes a game, about averaging. Pena with a strong rebounded.
And
Finley
as you
Sheridan's
mentioned
got
before,
it.
my bad.
To Sokol for 3. Air ball, that one.
And as you mentioned before, Patrick Sanchez
Goes
a
up
huge
and one.
moment maker.
Finley Sheridan gets the job done for Calhoun.
Patrick Sanchez a huge moment maker, I was saying, but what a moment that just was.
Finley Sheridan, the most minutes played on this Calhoun team, gets it to go 57-56, down 1. All he needs is this shot here.
Looking to turn that 1 into none.
No good. Rebounded by Pena, back to Sheridan.
My God.
Back to Sokol, look, they're looking to restart it. Sheridan's got it. 1:35 and running.
Calhoun.
Game at the line, Stokel's got it. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Stokel off to Malik Graham. Boxing out, Sheridan. He goes up. He gets it to fall. Calhoun takes the lead by 1, 58-57.
Finley Sheridan, a big potential BMB player of the game with an impressive performance and an impressive standing here tonight.
Beckett looking to do something here. Back to Vaquero. Just about hit the 1 minute mark. Under a minute left in this one. And one team is going to need one big heroic player here. Vaquero. He's short. Beckett trying to go for the rebound, and Stokel's got it.
And
Taking it down court. In the hands of Malik Graham. And timeout by Coach Kreutzberger. 58-57, 39 seconds left in this one. Looking to extend the lead to 3 points. Could even be 4 here. A 2-possession game could be huge here.
My God.
You know, Calhoun's saying they want it more. Finley Sheridan, not be able to make the rebound. Brian Pena comes up with a big rebound, kicked out to Sheridan. They in that time frame, they kill some time. Get the job done with Finley Sheridan boxing out Mepham, and they just use their height. They got Finley Sheridan, Malik Graham, Brian Pena all in at the same time, so they're gonna clog the paint, and that's what they did there. Took control. Saw the results there. 57-54. About 2 minutes left in the game. Cut it to 58-57. Calhoun takes the lead 1 here with 39 seconds left. It's definitely incredible. Both crosstown rival district games here, and you see them battle out in the last 39 seconds of regulation.
Yeah, and you just can't get enough. To quote a very famous song, I just can't get enough of these two teams, and I cannot wait to see the next time these two teams come across each other, perhaps in a championship game or a playoff game.
Sokol ready to inbound it. Crowd's got the defense chat. Pat Sanchez, no good. Rebounded by Beckett, a strong rebound. Mepham down 1, needs an answer. 30 seconds left.
Is their answer
Steps
correct?
back, no good. Rebounded by Pena. Finley Sheridan, stolen away by Vaquero.
No way. And Malik with the shots. Miss!
In and out.
Closer than a donut.
12 seconds left. And that one's going to go to Calhoun. 11 seconds left. 58-57. Mepham looking for answers.
When the time is 11 on the clock, most teenage girls tell their friends in a corny manner, make a wish. Please make a wish, and that could be what players here tonight want. They want to make that wish, to make that statement going into the big playoffs this year.
Down 1 is Mepham, who had the lead by 2 at the start of the 4th quarter. Now down 1. They're looking for answers. Calhoun's going to have this one. And, what do you think, Coach Kreutzberger?
For the New Orleans Jambalaya at this rate of the game. But Coach Kreutzberger has been doing this for 19 consecutive years, and if I were to trust anybody with this matter, I would trust him. I'm sure that he has a great offensive strategy that will make Mepham on their toes.
Now, Charlie, you mentioned 19 years. That's a lot of experience in what he's done as a head coach. And, you know, that experience comes down to these moments. You know, down 1, up 1, you know, up 2 with about 10 seconds left. And we have 11 seconds. Calhoun's going to get this one. And another timeout is they must have read up the play wrong or something. You know, build up the momentum here. You know, Charlie, you know, we mentioned scenarios like this. What do you think Coach Fallon here is running up here? You know, down 1. You know, you're going to be playing defense. You think you're going to foul here?
I honestly don't know. It could either be a foul and take that risk just in case the foul shooter can make it, or it could be just put all the balls in one basket and try to see if you could easily take the defensive play and go for the win. It's a 1-point stalemate here.
You know, Charlie, you mentioned the foul. If Mepham were to foul and shooter makes both free throws, Mepham's down by 3. 1 possession game, a 3-pointer could tie this game up, and we could see overtime. Or we'll have to see what happens.
You know what? The more of this game, the happier I am. And these 11 seconds are going to fly by for me and you here at the broadcast table. But on the court, I'm sure they're going to feel like an eternity.
It's going to feel like an hour on the court here in these last 11 seconds with timeouts, with out of bounds. But, you know, that's what it's all about. That's why we love sports here. Sheridan.
Oh, wow.
He's going to get fouled.
And you told me about your predictions, whether it's going to be a foul or not, and they took the foul route.
58-57. Looking at Fontanetta's going to be called with the foul.
Do you think that foul was the right move?
I think it was, you know, but they're not in the bonus quite yet, so we're going to have to do this once again. Take 2 seconds off the clock. And here we go. As now we're at 8 seconds, so 3 seconds were taken off the clock. And 58-57. And they are in the bonus, so 2 free throws will be coming up.
And there is Richie Valcaro firing up the crowd as if he was Billy Joel with the lighter, saying we didn't start the fire, but it's obvious he did. Now,
another timeout taken here, 58-57. You know, we just mentioned these last couple seconds are going to feel like an hour here in the broadcast booth, but it's definitely an intense game for two, you know, teams just around the corner, not even a 10-minute drive. Calhoun located in Merrick and Mepham located here in North Bellmore. And, you know, 2 crosstown rival teams battling off for the seeding. You know, what do you think, you know, Long Beach is looking at right now? Do you think they want, you know, Calhoun to win here or Mepham to win? And, you know, why do you think that?
I think Long Beach, after seeing this game, would not have a chagrin on their face. No matter what happens, no matter what the outcome is, Long Beach knows that they are in for a fight come the playoffs if they're taking on one of these 2 prominent teams.
Right there, Charlie, in both Calhoun and Mepham are lethal. They got lethal weapons, such as key players, you know, for Calhoun, Finley Sheridan, Malik Graham, you know, Pat Sanchez, and for Mepham, you know, Makai Beckett, Richie Vaquero, Jack Fontanetta. All those guys are lethal weapons when it comes to that. So 8 seconds. The crowd's getting hype here at Mepham High School.
LIT live in Mepham Arena. And could Patrick Sanchez be the difference maker? And no. Back to Richie. Drives down the court. Just misses. Shots.
That's going to do it. That's going to do it. Does he get it, though? Does he get it? No, they blow it after.
More polarizing than a polar bear was that foul shot.
No. The referees called it off, so it's no good.
And mayhem has broken out here, live in a jam-packed Mepham gym.
Referees got to decide this.
No matter what, we can tell you that this amazing game has come to an end. Instant classic here. We just witnessed live in February.
Let's see a replay on that.
And it seems like we have a winner.
Calhoun. Calhoun wins it by 1, 58-57.
You know, there's nothing to take away here from those players.
I think that time is up there.
It's close.
It is very close there.
Oh my God.
As soon as it leaves his hands, it looks like 0-0.
Closer than macaroni and cheese. That play could have
The referees signal it there.
That's
And
gonna
that
be
will just about do it. Up 1 and takes the lead by 1. 58-57. A big takeaway. And, you know, big takeaways, bring big players. And that always brings the big moments. And Finley Sheridan had 12 points for us today. And he is BMB's player of the game. And, you know, right now we're going to go ahead and toss it to Rocco Law, where he has Finley Sheridan.
All right, thanks, guys. Finley, great game. Came down to the wire at the end. You had 12 points. I mean, how did you view today's victory?
I mean, we played great as a team. We really fixed up the rebounds, and we played great defense, and we just played as a team.
I talked to Coach Kreutzberger during the half, and I asked him, you know, was today's game circled in the calendar after such a close loss at your home building during your first meeting in the season? Did you think you guys circled this game? Was this a game that you guys worked at?
Yeah, for sure. This game really meant a lot for us. I mean, obviously, it's a rivalry, Mepham and Calhoun. I mean, we lost the first one, close loss. That one hurt. And, I mean, this game meant whether we were the 4 seed or a tie for the 2 seed. So we really had to put it out there for us.
And after today, you guys are going to be tied in Conference A1 for the playoffs. I mean, what are you looking forward to the postseason?
Well, I mean, really just battling as a team, trying to get as far as we can as possible. I mean, we want to get farther than Calhoun's ever got before. No first round exit, none of that. We want to get as far as we can.
All right, thanks, Finley. Good luck with the rest of the season to the postseason. Great game. All right, guys, Finley, BMB player of the game, Finley Sheridan. Mepham loses to Calhoun on Kayla Donnelly Smith night, 59-58. That's the game.
655-1879.
BMB player of the game, Finley Sheridan. Mepham suffers a 1-point loss, 58-57, here on Kayla Donnelly Smith night and the last game of the regular season. You know, now joining me is Rocco Law. Rocco, what did you get to know about Finley?
Well, Tom, he's a very well-spoken young lad. Had 12 points tonight. Great performance tonight. He was all over the paint during all game long. Couldn't contain him in the paint, acting like Korean with the hook shot. Deadly. In the end, Mepham loses by 1 on a close buzzer beater. Now, if we had some ESPN replay technology, for real, we'd be able to, you know, try and get that replay up. But it really looked to me and really looked to everybody else, even though it was, you know, pandemonium, really looked like Greg Pohl did not get that shot off. And Mepham will go into the playoffs tied with Calhoun in Conference A1 for the 2nd seed. I really do believe the county's going to come down to it with overall record. And I do believe Mepham has a better overall record. So we'll see how it works out for the Conference A1. But in better recent history, this has been the greatest season Mepham basketball has lived. And for Calhoun, Calhoun basketball, it's been another competitive season for them. Great job so far.
Rocco, you know, depending on what Long Beach did tonight, they're 13-0. They could go 14-0 tonight. You know, we've seen Mepham go 9-5. Calhoun advances to 9-5. It depends on the overall record between these two teams. And Mepham's going to fall to 14-5. Calhoun will advance to 13-5. So Mepham has the better overall record, but they're both tied in the conference right now. You know, as you mentioned, you know, Finley Sheridan was all over the paint, outside on the perimeter, and he was definitely a key player there tonight.
You're right, Tom, and it really was a good game. Down to the wire, as much as we expected to be. Down to the wire, 1-point game, like it's always been. It's our 4th annual coverage here. As you take a look at the replay, this last second shot, Richie Vaccaro goes to the lane, thought would it be the game-winning layup, and then Greg Pohl, at the buzzer, gets a miracle shot off. Unfortunately, that miracle shot did not count, but just such a great attempt. And both teams really played their heart out tonight, left it all on the court. Can't say nothing more about them.
Rocco, myself and Charlie were talking about it, you know, and it came down to those moments. If you had a couple seconds left, you know, Mepham could have taken the lead there. But, you know, it comes down to little plays such as free throws, such as turnovers that cost you at the end of the game. And, you know, turnovers such as, you know, bad passes, you know, traveling violations, such as those come down to the wire. And, you know, that just, you know, kills teams. And as Mepham fell there by 1, you know, a free throw could have tied it, and we could have saw overtime here. But, unfortunately, Mepham falls 1. you see here, 58-57.
You're right, Tom, and I don't think anybody heard this. I don't think you heard this, but I was right behind you guys, and I believe I heard Coach Fallon call timeout as soon as Richard Vaquero got the rebound and went to the weak side on the right side. I believe he wanted a timeout. He wanted to go over. He wanted that last-second perfect shot to get this game off and a win for the Pirates. Just didn't happen. Vaquero had a nice look, didn't get the layup to go, but like we said, both teams gave their heart out tonight. Nothing more you could say. All right, that's been your BMB Game of the Week. Final BMB coverage of winter basketball, varsity basketball. We thank you for joining us once again. I'm Rocco Law, joined here alongside Tom Morrow. Charlie Goldberg was here, voice of Calhoun. We'll see you next time on the BMB Game of the Week.